It really would help if I just added myself to the stream. BB Joy, what's up? Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome, Rick Iwamoto. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to BB Joy, the queen of the Miami Beats. Nancy Nakamura is here. Thank you so much, Nancy, for being here and taking care of the chat room. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday to each and every one of you. So super uber excited today to have one of my favorite peeps on the planet. I'm so excited to interview her. We had was it lunch or dinner? I can't remember. A little over a month ago, but we'll talk story about that in one of the places that I've taken a whole bunch of DJs to, in this place called Scratch Kitchen. And speaking of Scratch Kitchen, for those of you that are familiar with a very supportive viewer, he's from Australia. His name is 82 Nads. He's actually here with his two sons and his beautiful wife. And we had lunch there today, myself and Princess Leohonu with Mama Beezy. And we took 82 Nads and his family out to lunch today. Shelly's like, whoa, good to see you, Shelly. How are you? Love you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, Nancy, when you come back, we'll definitely go to Scratch Kitchen. Shout out to our sister, who's our featured guest today, DJ360. She's in the chat room. Thank you so much, Shelly. That place is so dope, right? So when you guys come back, we got to make time, Shelly. We'll head over to Scratch Kitchen and have some of that too as well. So thank you so much. Hope you guys are doing good. It's been a really busy week, but all is well. Thank you so much for being here. A couple things. Mao the DJ. What up, Mao? How are you, man? Good to see you. Chica Chula is here. My brother DJ Controversial is in the house. Good to see you, sir. Mahalo for the resub. Happy 2 months. Shout to DJ Controversial, the next up and coming Twitch partner very soon. Controversial. I heard you were in LA this past weekend. I think where you at, Nam? And then you were at the real ones this weekend too, as well, from what I understand. I saw a whole bunch of pictures. So awesome that you got a chance to meet a whole bunch of Twitch family. J Rock is in the house. What's up, J Rock? How are you, man? Good to see you. Our sister Joy is in the house. Aloha, Joy. Joy, thank you for responding to my text earlier. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, controversial. Yes, sir, man. How awesome was that to get to meet so many people that you see on stream and vibing with them all these months, and then you actually get to meet them in real life, and you're like, what? That's always one of my favorite parts, is being able to meet people in real life and just being able to give them a big hug. I love that. That's one of my favorite parts about being able to meet our Twitch family. So J Lust, what's up, J Lust? I know you're one of the power mods for Sister 360. Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Fun fact, J Lust was actually one of my first viewers when I jumped on Twitch. Was that 18 months ago, I think? So to see where J Lust is and the support he's given to so many DJs and the Twitch community, man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, J Lust. Princess Lehono is in the house. How are you, Princess? Thank you so much for joining me for lunch today with 82 Nads and his family. Controversial is having dinner in Cancun. What? Nice, bro. Hey, enjoy your dinner with your family. Controversial, family first, always. Yeah, I want to be in Cancun too. No kidding, man. Good to see you, Joy. Please give E-Man a big hug too. Shelly wants to be in Cancun too. Let's all. You know what? Next year's Twitch meetup, Cancun. Let's go. Let's do that instead. It's kind of like Hawaii, but Cancun. Let's do it. Good to see Shelly. Michelle is in the house. Michelle, looking forward to meeting Michelle in real life for the very first time. So can't wait to see Michelle in less than a month away. Security is here. DJ Buddy Lee is in the house. What up, Buddy Lee? Sophia is here. How are you, Sophia? Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Shout out to our brother DJ Buddy Lee. Make sure you're following Buddy Lee. My man Junior is in the house. Junior, what's up? DJ Remarks in the house. Remarks gonna be in Hawaii. Shout out to the flock Ohana. My brother DJ Jaybird. Thank you for the resub. Happy 13 months. 360. What the heck? We haven't started yet. We started on a hype train. 360 with the 300 diamonds. Shelly's like, whoa, with the 500 hearts. You guys are too kind. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Junior Remark with the 500 diamonds. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. You guys are too kind. I appreciate you. All of you. Mahalo for your kindness and your generosity. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys. Seriously. Nancy, how are you, Nancy? We're almost there, Nancy. Less than 1 month away. Nancy, we're almost there. 360. Oh, what the heck, sis? Stop it. With the 300 diamonds again. Thank you so much. Oh man, Buddy Lee. Nam look dope, bro. Yeah, man. One day I'll get there. Our sister Victoria Mac and Cheese is in the house. How are you, sis? The dopest hype chick on Twitch. Good to see you. Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, family. Again, shout out to DJ Jaybird, who just hit 10K about a week and a half ago. So congratulations to Jaybird. Thank you so much, Jaybird, for your support, brother. Warrior Pride, what's up? Warrior Pride, my campaign manager. Good to see you. Again, Remarks in the house. One of the most funniest people I know, man. Remarks got the best comeback. He's got the best comments. We'll see what he comes up with, man. Joy, thank you, Joy, with the 200 hearts, and Nancy coming in with the 500 hearts. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Nancy. Appreciate you guys. Warrior Pride, how are you, man? Good to see you. Victoria Mac and Cheese, hopefully, right? Hopefully, you already know what I'm talking about. Shout out to DJ Hams. Hams, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. Thanks for pulling up always. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, man. Seriously. All right, so we're gonna bring in our featured guest, but I want to share. We shall see. But so before I bring her in, I got a chance to have lunch with her and her beautiful family. So let me just share a little bit about her. Styles Cartel Puerto Vida. Oh my gosh. Mahalo for the resub. Happy 7 months to us. Styles Cartel Puerto Vida. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. But I want to bring her in and I want to get this interview started. So DJ360 is a native Southern California, currently residing in the Bay Area. Though she has a wide music range, she specializes in hip hop, R&B, soul, pop, top 40, and throwbacks. DJ360 has played in various venues from New York to California, as well as internationally in the Philippines. She also has over a decade of radio experience and mobile work. Music has been her passion since she was a child and found a way to create through DJing and actively collecting and curating her vinyl collection. DJ360 she really is a rare blend of talent. We love her so much. Rare blend of talent, skill, and marketing savvy wrapped in an artistic package. What a description. That's so dope. She's a killer on the turntables, guaranteed to keep your party rocking. And oh man, such an entertainer and very enjoyable to watch. And you crack up, aside from the dope music, like super, super awesome. And so I'm so happy. It's such a blessing. It's such an honor. Chat Ohana, do me a favor. You have her emotes. So please drop your DJ360 emotes. Drop your favorite emotes. Drop your favorite DJ360 emotes for me and help me welcome the one and only, our sister, DJ360. What up?
Hello. Oh,
Hello.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. Aloha.
Aloha. Hi, it's Danny with the resub. Oh no, it's a gifted sub to 360. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate you,
Oh,
man.
thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Danny. Controversial with the 200 party poppers. Thank you, controversial. I appreciate you. Hello there.
Hi. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. I'm so happy to have you here. You know what? You know what is funny? I'm very nervous. I don't know why. I'm not sure why I'm so nervous about this interview. Um, like with many interviews, I'm like, yeah, let's do this. But I actually was nervous about today. I don't know why.
Am I making your teeth sweat?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think it's you.
Did I just
She
freeze?
bites. No, you didn't freeze. Tam says you bite. So
I don't bite unless you want me to.
see, that's the problem. There, right there. That's the crazy part, right there. Big Rob G with the gifted sub to Jaylus. Thank you so much, Rob. Nancy with the 300 hearts. Thank you, Nancy. DJ Remark with the gifted sub to Victoria Mac and Cheese. Thank you, family. You
Yay.
guys are crazy. DJ Ron 619. What up, Ron? Good to see you. So, I'm gonna step back, and it's customary for anytime when my guest jumps on Wisdom Wednesday, I'll have you shout out the chat really, really quick. So I'll step back, sis, and you go
All
ahead, do your thing.
right. Okay, so I see Styles Cartel Por Vita. I see DJ Jaybird. Caw. Did I do that right? I see BNS. I see Baby Joy. Hi, it's Danny. I see DJ Hams. I see Rick Wamoto. Nancy Nakamura. Michelle 805 with the green sword, waving it aimlessly in chat. Let's see, DJ Ron 619. What up to you? There he is, one of my power mods, Jayla7, who's at the Padres game tuning in right now. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Chica Chula, what's good? Let's see. Oh, we got Miss Cheerio. She's been rocking with me since the live mix show Cerritos All Stars days. We got Princess in the building. Bubbles is here. Let's see who else. Who we got? All the same people, of course. BB Joy, my pink diamond. Michelle 805. If I didn't get you already, DJ controversial. Sorry, I met him in New York, but then we met up again at NAM. Had a
And Nam.
great
Yeah.
time. NAM was amazing. Victoria Mac and Cheese is here. J Rock, who was in my stream earlier. Thank you for tuning in. Karen Midori is continuing her sub from Nancy Nakamura. Thank you so much. Let's see. Big Rob in the building. All the family is here. But yes, thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
So awesome. Well, welcome. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate you taking the time out to be here on Wisdom Wednesday. I know scheduling wise because you're like super busy. So maybe perhaps if you could kind of take us back, and for those that maybe don't know your story, kind of where you grew up, how did you fall into like the music and the DJ scene, and how did that come about for you?
I'll get to that in a minute, but first off, I want to say a big congrats to Philip Embuido for finishing
Marathon,
his
yeah.
sixth marathon. Marathon 6. Da-da-da. Philip Embuido in the building. What is good? Congratulations to you, Philip. I'm so proud of you. And it's good to see you here. So everybody in chat, please congratulate Mr. Philip Embuido on completing his 6th marathon. Oh my God, like 20, 26, 27 miles or whatever that is.
That's
I can't even
crazy.
go 2.6 miles. Let me
That's
tell
crazy.
you. But okay, so back to your question about music and how I got into music. I was raised on music. My dad, he played guitar. He was a geek with technology. Like he had all of the gadgets. He's like a gadget curator. He had reel to reels. Okay, I'm totally dating myself right now, but he had like the coolest, newest reel to reels. And at one point, I remember a really cool 8-track cassette
Oh,
player.
hey,
But he had
I grew up
all
with
the,
8 tracks too, so yeah.
but he had like the coolest headphones. Like he always had the newest tech. Um, so and he raised me on shit like Fleetwood Mac, and that can kind of tell you why I love Fleetwood Mac so much. Fleetwood Mac, Earth, Wind and Fire, the Eagles, the Police, shit, Prince, like Jackson Brown, like shit that like
Oh,
he
nice.
listened to everything, and so that's why my musical taste or range is so broad
Yeah.
because of my dad and my uncle. Um, it it was brought to my attention after meeting with my auntie, which is his sister. She was like, "Oh yeah, even your grandfather used to get in trouble for buying vinyl and gambling." So he was a curator of vinyl. So it started with my grandfather, and he just carried through from my dad. Um, but I grew up in a town called Oxnard, 805. BNS is from the 805, and they were talking about the Cowboys training camp. I know exactly where that's at.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, majority of my life was spent there in Oxnard. And that's where I guess I decided I wanted to DJ. Back then, there was a group called Legend Entertainment. Before the
Yeah.
Beat Junkies was there, there was a fellow by the name of DJ Icy Ice.
I
I don't know if
see.
you guys know who he is.
Yeah,
Not sure, but
I
in
don't know if you
case
guys
you have
even follow
never
him.
heard,
Yeah. I don't know if
in
you guys
case you've
even
never
follow who
heard
that
of
guy
DJ
is.
Icy Ice, um, he was one of my idols, and I would listen to his mixtapes, like all of the guys from Legend. Thought they were the coolest. And then there was folks from my high school, which were my brother's friends. He's about 4.5 years older than me, and they were all DJs. So I said, I was very enamored by um, the lifestyle and the technique, and viewing the turntable as an instrument rather than a vehicle to play music. So I remembered, I said, I'm going to learn how to play that someday. My brother was actually the one who was borrowing the turntables to learn. But I actually ended up taking off with it and
Nice.
doing something with it. So
Nice.
so that's how I started DJing, and that was back in '92. Went to a school called Channel Islands, which is in North Oxnard. I mean South Oxnard. Sorry. So I was on drill team there, and yeah, so that's how that all started. I
That's
don't know where the drill
crazy.
team thing fit in, but it just kind of snuck in there. So
That's crazy because, right? I mean, you've been inundated and surrounded by music pretty much all your life.
all my life.
Yeah. Right. So it's funny because when you're in an environment like that, there's two ways. Like you're either all the way in or you're just not interested. Like you do like a total 180 and go the opposite route. You know.
Hmm.
Um, but for you, right? You decide to jump in and continue on that legacy that dad and the rest of your family has has
Hmm.
has started for you. But but here's what I'm really interested in. Um, because not only just DJing, you had opportunities to do a whole bunch of other things.
Hmm.
You care to share some of these ventures that you've been that got you to where you are today, but some life experiences that you've gone through.
Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. I've gone through so many life experiences. Besides the DJing thing, I've always been a dancer.
Yeah,
I've been dancing my whole life also. And I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the music thing.
yeah,
And being a DJ, you kind of really need to have that rhythm. Um, and so that kind of goes hand in hand. So I danced. I was a cheerleader in junior high. I was a on drill team in high school. I danced in college. And let's see. that led me to being a 49er cheerleader at one point.
Nice.
So I was dancing for the 49ers after moving to the Bay. So my timeline's kind of skipping all over the place.
Yeah.
And even before that, going into college, I was one of the first import models here in the US. So we kind of kicked off the whole import modeling thing. I was on the cover of various publications. Um, let's see, posters, calendars, and all of that good stuff. So I did that. What else? I feel like I've done everything. So a lot of times people ask me, "What don't you do?" And I think that it's kind of funny, but I do like to get into a lot of different things only because I feel like I have some form of ADD. I like to learn new things. I'm very inquisitive. So if there's
Yeah.
something that I wanted to learn a little bit more about, I tried to figure it out. I love to do home improvement. I tear down walls, move electrical. Like I'm doing all of that stuff around my home. So it
So you are you
really,
gonna
I
add
kind of,
contractor to that list of all the things that
I
you're
would
already
love
done?
to. If I win the lottery, that's probably one of the things I would do is probably go be an apprentice for contractors because I love home improvement and building and you know home improvement, just making things better.
Nice.
I've worked on my house. Like I don't know if some of you guys have been to my house for my birthday. A lot of the work that's done on my house and in the backyard was me. So so
That's
yeah.
crazy. That's awesome.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
awesome. And it's funny you say that because in my relationship with my wife and I,
Hmm.
she's the handy person.
Oh,
Like,
I love it.
yeah, I suck. Like my job is just to grab stuff and like grab this, grab a hammer, grab this screwdriver. Yeah, which one? so
Or
so
call a contractor.
yeah, or call a contractor. That's me. So when you come to Hawaii, hopefully if you guys come over to my place, I built this gazebo that's right outside of our property, and so
Mhm.
I always like to find the easiest and shortest route to do things, because I'm not very smart. So when we bought this gazebo, they all, I bought it at Sam's Club, but then they also had like for an extra $600, we can deliver it to you, and then our team will come in and we'll set it up. It'll take about 4 to 5 hours. I'm like, that's dope. I'll pay the money. But then my brother-in-law is like, so he's kind of a handyman. He's like, you know what? We can build it. Let's save the $600. Let's build it. Let me call my licensed contractor friend, and we'll build the gazebo. I'm like, are you sure, man? He's like, yeah, we got this. 2 days later, I'm so mad. My body's sore. We're working 10-hour days, and then I get gout. So yeah, and so I contract gout while building this gazebo, and our Princess Leohonu is like, you should call it your gout zebo. I was like,
Oh, princess, that's a good one.
she's like, so if you when you guys come to Hawaii next month and we have something here at our property, you get to see the gout. You get to see the gout zebo that I built. Needless to say, I feel so proud that I actually assisted in building something that's still standing to today. Um,
We need to
but
take a picture in front of the gazebo.
I get it though, because there is a sense of pride and ownership. Like, yeah, I built this, right? Like I did this,
Hmm.
whereas I would just pay somebody to build this freaking thing and sit there and watch and play for them. And yeah, you guys doing good. You guys need some water, you need some drinks, because that's more my speed. So props to you, and any, not just you guys, but females or even the male contract, those that can do DIY stuff, or whatever you call it, DIY, whatever.
DIY, you got it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So okay, so of course, right, the DJing thing, all these other things that you do. Wait, so let me ask, because you were on the squad with the 49ers. Are the 49ers your favorite football team?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to check. I just So there is so
I did.
my go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I started out as a Rams fan, though. Oh my God, please don't crucify me. Don't crucify me. Uh, excuse me. I started out as a Ram fan because my boyfriend at the time taught me football through watching the Rams because it was his team. And
Uh,
I didn't like, so same thing with the Dodgers. Like, I did not like baseball before, and I did not like football either. I was just strictly basketball. Lakers all day. That's it.
yeah, yeah.
So when I learned football, it was through watching and betting on football, but focusing on the Rams. And they were in St. Louis at the time. So some people was like, "Oh, it makes sense because LA Rams." Well, they moved to St. Louis already, so it wasn't because of that. But
Yeah.
you know, I being in the Bay, I watched the Niners more, and paid attention to them more, and then that's where it was like more my choice to. And I do, Sophia. Yes, I do absolutely still rep L.A. Lakers, Dodgers, but 49ers. That's the only thing. Like I can't do no Chargers or no Rams. Absolutely not.
So
So.
speaking of the Dodgers, here's a really funny story. So my wife, zero knowledge of anything sports, right? So
Mhm.
she goes to San Diego about a couple months ago for a conference, and she's speaking there at this conference. And then she calls me and she's like, "Hun, I'm on my way to my very first MLB game." I was like, "Oh, cool. You're watching the Padres play?" She's like, "Yeah, the Padres are playing." I was like, "Well, who are they playing?" She's like, um, I think they're playing the Cougars. I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, they're playing the LA Cougars." I'm like, "You mean the
The
Dodgers?"
Cougar.
She's like, "Oh yeah, them." I'm like, "Bye." I just hung up. I was like, "Yeah, we can't talk sports, not with her.
So no sports ball for you guys. It's just
At
sports
least
ball.
not between
Okay.
the two of us." But I thought that was cute. I thought it was funny that she was trying to relate and like the Cougars. Like, yeah, it's the Dodgers, but yeah, it's okay.
Well,
It's all right.
do you have a team?
So, I'm a hardcore Pittsburgh Steeler fan. Uh,
Okay.
So my brother and my best friend, hardcore 49er fans. Hardcore.
Nice.
In fact, my best friend has season tickets. He actually has two seats. He's had it for the last I guess when they were at Candlestick and then when they moved over to San Jose to the new stadium, he actually bought
Mm-hmm.
tickets. So he
Ooh.
owns a couple seats there. Um, and then my brother, my sister-in-law works for Hawaiian Airlines, so they fly during season, and they'll go watch the games every Sunday when they're playing at home. So yeah, super hardcore. Yeah,
Awesome. Well, at least like half of that story was good.
you mean the first half? Thank you. You're welcome.
No, 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 no. I got it right. I got it right.
But it's funny because my best friend, he'll always, so he and I, we co-facilitate workshops, and every time when he introduces himself, he always will slip in every single time. He's like, "My favorite team in the world is the world famous 5-time world champions San Francisco 49ers." And I'll always interrupt. It's like, "Well, then come and talk to us when you get 6 rings."
Yeah, we're still on that quest for six. It's been a long, long, long,
It has.
long time. I mean, I
Uh,
even forgot about the whole quest for six like tagline.
so the Twitch journey, how did that
Mm.
happen? How did that start for you? What's your story?
Oh, oh, here we go. So just like everybody else, it was we were in quarantine. So what else was there to do but to kind of jump on that party bus or whatever we're
Yes.
going to call it.
Yes.
Um, but before that, I was heavily DJing and traveling back and forth from here to Vegas, and anywhere else. I was doing LA for a little bit, but Vegas mostly. So I was really busy DJing. It was actually a really great time for me in my career. So, and I feel like I was getting all that traction, and then we go into quarantine,
Yeah.
and now everything stopped.
Mhm.
The world stopped, it seemed, and then there we were introduced to all this fear. Like, so, having the anxiety of um, all the stuff that's going around. Plus, there was like all this social injustice that
Yeah.
was going on at the same time, right? So we'll never forget about that. That's how I kind of correlate all of these events: social injustice, quarantine, and I'm a very social person. I love being around people.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, like, I won't announce it, but I am a hugger. I won't be like, hey, I'm a hugger, give me a hug. But I
Yeah.
love hugs. Like, I'm
Yeah.
freaking Olaf for real. Like,
Yeah.
I love hugging people. I love that kind of affection, with friends and so forth. Speaking to people, sitting down, having coffee,
Yeah.
just being around people. So once
Yes.
that all stopped, I really didn't know what to do with myself. I actually enjoy alone time as well. Like, I'm fine with being by myself, and not being around people, but I'm also very extroverted, at the same time.
Yeah.
So once all that stopped, and then I found Twitch, I was going through a whole bunch of stuff, a lot of emotions, just as everybody else was. Like,
For sure.
I'm not discounting anybody else, what anyone else's story is,
Yeah.
but I was having a great. I don't DJ full time. If you guys didn't know this already, I work as a senior product designer in tech. So I'm working with all these creative and intelligent, geeky people, and I super love that. And we were sent home to work.
Yeah.
So no work, no DJing, no flying, no seeing people. It was just me, myself, and I. And then when I had my kids, me, myself, Lyric, and Sky.
The
So
girls.
which are my
Yeah.
kids, and Fifey and Dela. So this is Fife. He's here. If you notice, I'm
Oh,
doing
yes.
Fifey is here with me.
So cute. So cute.
Thank you. But yes, Styles absolutely was very jarring for me.
Yeah.
So it was like everything was just like full stop. Like,
Yeah.
and I was going like 110 miles an hour. And then all of a sudden that was gone.
Yeah.
And but what it really was just that I couldn't go out and visit my friends. Like, I couldn't see my friends. And the whole internet thing was, oh shit, we got
Oh,
a
we're
raid
getting
from Nick
rated.
Styles.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
DJ Nick
shoot. Well,
Styles coming in
DJ
hot.
Nick Styles, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in. Welcome in, Nick Styles, in
What's
their
up, Nick?
room.
Oh my
Hey, if you guys
gosh.
like, run up those DJ Nick Styles emotes in chat if
Yes.
you have them. Black
Yes.
Dolls, Styles Cartel, Lori Ann, One Bad 12A. Oh my goodness. Welcome in. Hi, Nick Styles. How are
What's up,
you? It's
Nick?
good to see you.
Shout out to Nick Styles. That's Nick. That's his thing. That's his thing now. I love it.
Wow. Welcome in, Raiders.
Blue Siren, Nick. What's up? Good to see you, brother. Thank you so
One,
much for the raid.
oh,
Oh my gosh. Uilani, how are you, Uilani? So
I have
Uilani
yet to
is
meet Nick Styles
yeah.
in person. I haven't met him in person yet.
So I have actually met Nick several times before. We all would actually a whole bunch of Hawaii DJs, because Nick was in Maui at the time too. But we would all flap to Vegas for this DJ conference, and that's where I met Nick for the first time, and we would see each other on a yearly basis. It's funny because we would have to travel to Vegas to see each other when we're like literally two islands away. So stupid. I don't know why, but that's just how it worked out. But
Is
Nick
Nick
Styles.
tall? Uh-oh. Wait. I shouldn't have asked that. Okay, because you're
Nick,
tall.
well, Nick is
You're tall.
Nick is a few inches shorter than I am. So it depends on how you define tall. I guess how's that? I don't know.
Okay, how
Right?
tall are you, Don?
I'm 5'11".
5'9". Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like 5'9"-ish.
Yeah. 5'10", 5'9", I
5'10",
believe. Yeah,
5'.
yeah. Yeah. But his body rolls are like 6'10".
Oh, and who is it? Styles Cartel says that with his new hairdo, do you have like a tall hairdo, Nick?
1 inch taller. back down. Just like he's an inch taller than Alpha.
What? Wait, no, wait, hold on. Alpha's kind of short.
Yeah, Nick, how tall are you, Nick?
Well, he's in the room. We can ask him.
Yeah,
Nick,
I
how
know.
tall are you?
Yeah.
Nick has a 12-inch 86 agent.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, he's 69. Now we're talking.
There we go.
Styles, I like you. Let's go. So what is it, like a pompadour, Nick? Like, is it like you got yourself like an Elvis pompadour? Oh. AJB 411, what's good?
Abby. What's up, Abby? How are you? Yeah.
5'8.5". Don't forget the half. Yes, the half is important
You know,
for sure.
yes. Yeah. The half could mean a world of a difference.
Okay, so what were we talking about again?
I have no idea. I don't know what we were talking. We're talking about a pandemic. We're talking about things.
Oh, yes, okay. Okay. So my long story
I was listening,
is
by the way. I was listening.
good for you, like, because I totally forgot. So the where was I at?
Right. So everything was closed down. Right.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So with all that going on, everybody else is jumping on Twitch. I was jumping on Twitch, but let me tell you something. Like, I think this might be in line with your Wisdom Wednesday stuff. 'Cause to me, it's kind of deep. I'm usually a very happy person. I'm usually laughing, cracking jokes,
Same here.
All of that stuff. Like having a good time. So DJ Stress, what up?
Stress, mahalo for the resub, Stress. Thank you, brother.
I was going through depression. So I didn't realize this until a little bit after, but so I had an ex-boyfriend that I started streaming on Twitch before I started streaming on Twitch, if this makes sense. I was DJing as a guest on a Las Vegas channel with my ex, somebody I was dating at the time, and it was all set up. We even set up here in my studio, my sound room. And so when he left, went back to quarantine at his place, I was like, hey, I want to start streaming. Can you help me figure this out? Because I don't know a lot of that audio video part. Like, I could set up my turntables and so forth, but I did not understand like the technology behind like using OBS and sound cards to feed into this or that. And, and he would not help me. Like, he's like, yeah, whenever, and I'm like, okay. And I guess it just never happened. So, on top of that, I was just trying to figure all of that stuff out and get it onto Twitch. And so I was using an iRig. My sound was horrible. Like, I
started off with an iRig too. It was
horrible.
It was the crappiest thing. Yeah.
Horrible.
Yes.
Horrible. Like, I did not have enough equipment to get onto Twitch. Like, and at that time we had no toilet paper. Couldn't find toilet paper anywhere. Couldn't find webcams anywhere. Couldn't find shit anywhere. Like, so I didn't have the right cables. And then if you wanted to buy an iRig at that time, it was hella expensive.
Yeah, because everything was sold out.
Expensive.
Well, even webcams were all sold out too.
Webcams are sold out, and if you found one, it was expensive.
Yes, very expensive. Yeah.
And it was a shitty camera. So crappy. I've got a bunch of shitty cameras right now that I don't use. But I figured that out kind of, and then people were like, hey, your stream looks cool. I started out with, these sound activated lights that got a lot of attention, from folks, because nobody was doing that. Nobody was doing that kind of background. And, it was kind of my signature, and it still kind of is. That's why I still have that with my green screen showing my sound room background. But once I did start on Twitch, I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but
No, no, you're
when
fine.
I
You're
did
totally fine.
start, I was like, okay, none of us knew what we were doing. And so I think my mind, got caught up in figuring it out. So that's my job. Like I tried to problem solve. So it was a lot of trial and error, and I got caught up in that. So I somehow kind of put away some of that depression and kept my mind busy. So I feel like that's really important for me as a person. It was a coping mechanism, right?
Yeah,
So, but at the end of the day, when I was not streaming, those feelings came back. It was crazy. I've never been depressed before. I mean,
yeah,
I didn't get seen for it, but I knew that in my heart, I was feeling something really deep and really
yeah,
serious that, because I feel like I'm a single mom. I'm I feel like I'm big boss at my work, and then I'm trying my best in the DJing world and all of
yeah.
that stuff. Low Fro, what's sorry if I'm missing people in chat. Um, but you know, it was always there. So one of the people that really like helped me through this was like DJ Audio One. He was always checking in on me. He's still one of my best friends in life right now. Um, he actually talking to him actually made me realize that I was going through depression. He called me, he texted me, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, baby girl? How you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm okay."
Yeah.
And he calls me, and I'm sitting outside one of my lounge chairs by the pool, and I answered the phone, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I just started crying. you know um the whole George thing, like I said, social injustice was happening, broke up with
Yeah.
my boyfriend,
Yeah.
um and all this stuff, and learning Twitch, trying to get on Twitch and figuring that out. um he helped me. Like I just started bawling,
Yeah.
and he's like, maybe you should try to put yourself into the Twitch thing, see how that works for you. And
Yeah.
it ended up being a window to people. I know a lot of folks are saying, hey, DJs saved us during the pandemic.
I think it's
But
reciprocal. I think it was both though.
oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. To me,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's a big, thing to take from you guys. But I feel like you guys really saved me, because it was my way to actually be social and have interaction outside of my kids, because it was
Yeah.
like us day in and day out. When I have them for a week on and then a week off. So for a whole week, I'm like by myself, and I'm like, what am I going to do? So when I started the Twitch thing, I feel like I don't have that a whole lot anymore, but I was, I'd have anxiety, like really bad anxiety, before I hit that start streaming button on OBS.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'd like have to take really deep breaths to just really calm myself. Like I was nervous, and it's like, man, I've been doing this for how long? I've been doing this in Vegas. I've been doing it in big venues. Why am I so nervous? There's nobody here except for a camera I'm looking into. um, but like just being able to meet all these new people, and all these
Yeah.
new people that are actually some very good friends of mine.
Yeah.
It was just, it saved me so much. It's crazy. Like I don't know what I would do if there wasn't such a thing called Twitch, or
Yeah.
learning all this stuff. So that's my long story of how I got into
Yeah.
Twitch and streaming.
Well, I think
But
part of that, well, first of all, same boat as you, sis. Same boat.
mhm.
I remember right before the pandemic, I was telling my wife, I think it's time for me to hang it up. I started DJing in 1986, and I was
Mhm.
doing a whole bunch of weddings. Before the pandemic uh, came into play, I was doing 40 to 50 weddings a year. all word of mouth. And so business was really, really good. But on the DJ side, I kind of felt, I'm not sure if I want to keep DJing. I'd rather just show up and marry them and then MC. And the money was good, but I don't know, maybe perhaps I kind of felt like I was losing the fire to DJ because I even because I loved it, because that has always been my passion. And then the pandemic happened, and then just like you, I just like I miss being with people. But then I jumped on Twitch and then found and created this community that we all belong to. But I think it's props to everyone in here that created a community where we all were able to connect in some way and fill in those missing spots. Honestly, if it weren't for Twitch, I think I would have been done in terms of DJing. But Twitch
I mean, could you imagine that?
Oh no, crazy.
Like how much different that would be for all of us. We wouldn't, there's like circles that we've created with each other that would not exist if it weren't for Twitch.
If it weren't for Twitch, it wouldn't be like, again, for me, so many people that I've met, that I've been blessed to be part of their lives in some way, shape, or form that I get to call family, right? Like, thanks to everyone here. And that's the beauty of what this community has done for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Super, super crazy. And here we are. Right? Here we are.
I wouldn't have met you. Like, I
That's
wouldn't
what
know
I'm
who
saying,
John
though.
Palmoina is.
I'm still nobody, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like,
Stop it.
so awesome. Like,
if you're nobody, I'm nobody too. So there we go. We're nobodies together. How about that?
No, you're somebody's that I get to hang out with. Right.
That's
Like,
gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. It's a month away. By the way, like when we met for the first time, oh my gosh, gave you this hugest hug. And like it's funny because you're easy to hug and like you just disappeared. I was like, wait, where is she? Oh, there she is. Right. It was so good to finally get to like just sit down and break bread and have a conversation in real life and get a chance to talk story with the girls, right? Like was so good. But that's what I'm talking about, right? Is being able to hook up and link with people that we've been online and seen online on Twitch for months or even over a year, and then finally closing and making that connection when you actually finally meet in real life. So beautiful.
Yep.
So awesome. Yeah, super crazy. Right. Shout out to the DJ X. DJ X was just in Hawaii about a month and a half ago, and I got a chance to meet him and went out to dinner with him and his kids too as well. Again, just another example. So many people in here. So right.
Oh, Princess, it actually was not the first time we met. I met him actually at the West Coast Twitch meetup.
At the meetup. Yep.
It was really brief. I caught
super
a really
brief because you left. I think you were there for a little bit and then you had to bounce. Yeah, so
I was everywhere. I was kind of here and there, like inside the venue and outside. But I did catch a really awesome moment between you and Theo Tabora.
Oh yeah.
When I guess you guys reunited after some time, and I know he looks up to you and loves you so much. So.
He only looks up to me because I'm taller. That's really all it is. That's really all it is.
Oh,
Nothing
oh
else.
boy.
No. because that was around that time Theo and I were pushing for partner. And we were able to, we got our check marks literally a week apart from each other. And that was the first time that we actually was able to see each other physically, which is why the emotions came out.
Because that was really awesome.
Yeah, because they didn't know we were coming. He didn't know I was coming up. So it was a surprise. Yeah. So good.
Well, I thought that you guys have known each other for forever. See, so
yeah. It was so awesome. So let me ask you this, because I've asked every time I have a female guest on that's a DJ, I ask the same question, and I want to get your thoughts about this. As a female DJ, not only a streamer, what are some of the challenges that you have? Because I know it's a male dominant field, but I think for females, some of the challenges that maybe perhaps we don't go through, you guys do. right? In
Mhm.
terms of like other
Like having a
males.
period. Sorry, as you were
Look,
just
look,
strike that comment.
look. From my experience, men have periods. It's called stupidity, but that's besides the point. What I'm trying to get to is like, like what are some of the challenges that, as a female DJ, that you encounter from maybe from males or maybe even from some females?
Um, so there's two sides to this, and let me explain. Um, so there's the pre-pandemic, and then there's the post. I guess we're technically in post-pandemic. The DJX. Um, Pre-pandemic, as a female DJ, because they're totally different now,
Yeah,
and I'll explain that as I move through the story. And it's the same pre-pandemic for even males, but it was like very competitive. Everybody is um, fighting for gigs or trying to throw people under the bus, or
yeah,
trying to fight for a spot to get into this club, into that club.
mm,
um, and the some of the challenges back then, and maybe even still now, for being a female DJ, is just being taken seriously, I guess. For me in particular, because um because I look the way I look, I present myself the way I do, I dress the way I do, or I talk the way I do. Maybe at times people don't want to take me seriously, um until they see what I could do on the turntables, see what I could do at a party or not, or
mm,
how I carry myself on social media or through mixes and mixtapes, because that's what everybody was doing before. Like,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
nobody want to make mixtapes now when we're on Twitch? Like,
yeah,
who's making mixtapes? Not too many.
yeah,
Um, but man, I was in that mixtape game, like, heavy. I was
yeah,
super heavy. Like when we had Mix Crate, like a lot of times, like me, Scotty Fox, and uh Chris Palacio were always like in the top 3 mixes every week. And it was like, fuck, Chris Palacio got me this week, or me and Scotty Fox would be like, fuck, like, but our mixes were in heavy rotation before. So, once people like kind of got to know me and knew me as a DJ, then that
mm,
was like my foot in the door. You know what I mean? But also, I've been DJing for a while, so some
yeah,
people kind of already knew that. But outside of the circles, and what I'm saying is like the DJ circles and the circuits, either here in California, like nobody really knew me too tough outside of California. So when we go talk about post pandemic, or after getting on Twitch, like people globally know about all of us in some capacity.
yeah,
And um, for me, it's like, oh, even through Twitch, a lot of times, like, I play a lot of R&B, neo soul. That's my shit. That's been my
yeah,
shit since ever since.
yeah,
But what people did not know until like people like, because I would rock like daytime all the time, like, and I would weave in a whole lot of like deep boom bap, backpack rap, hip hop shit. And people were like, whoa, I would get comments in chat like, whoa, she knows her hip hop, because it wasn't just like throwback hip hop. It was like
right,
deep cuts, like real boom bap stuff.
yeah,
And then I got on the boom bap raid trains, and all of those guys are like heads, like
yeah,
not just no hip hop, but like that boom bap kind of sound,
yes,
and so
yes,
people from New York and the UK, Australia, or New Zealand, they're all like knowing about me, and they're like, whoa, she looks like, it's crazy because I know people as a female, like I said, the way I look, the way I talk, the way I present myself, people think that I'm like, oh, I'm just playing top 40 or whatever, and
yeah,
stuff like that. But let me tell you, like, if you know me, a lot of people know, like, she knows her music. Like,
yeah,
that's one of the
yeah,
things that
yeah,
I pride myself in, is that I know my music. I
yeah.
know
You know your
my
stuff.
dance music. I know my
Yeah.
hip hop, I know R&B, I know my soul, I know classics like house. Oh man, I'm rocking house, I'm rocking dance a whole hell of a lot now, because that's kind of my thing. Like everybody else is doing the 80s, doing throwbacks, and so I kind of try to inch into the other genres. But there's a lot of proving that I have to do as a female.
Yeah.
Um which is fine for me because that just helps me grow. I need to get better. I need to do better, and shit, I inspire a lot of females. Like I got messages from people who were like, "Hey, my daughter is listening or watching with me and she was like, girls can be DJs too?" Like she must be really young. And I was like, "Wow." And he said, "Thank you for showing this to my kids." It wasn't a rated spicy chat, but
Yeah.
I was just strictly playing. And so it's really great to inspire other females. Like that's a good thing. You
Yeah.
know, uh, the I can't say that post pandemic I have too many challenges because it's actually worked to my advantage because
Yeah.
people see what I do. I stream like multiple times a week. And it's not that I am not showing technicality. Sometimes I'll just play, but sometimes I could be a little bit technical, which is
Yeah.
cool. But um, being a female, I feel like actually it works to my advantage, and it worked to my advantage for Vegas as well, because Vegas wants this aesthetic,
Yeah.
and I get booked a lot, and they're asking me to come back, and I'm just not ready to go back to Vegas.
Yeah.
So, um, there's that.
How do you handle, I'm sure, again, like how you say, because of the way you talk, because of the way you look, because of the way you present yourself, I'm sure that you must get whispers or DMs or messages from, males and maybe even some females that maybe perhaps are looking to have some type of relationship, or say something where normally like another male DJ perhaps wouldn't get approached. You kind of know where I'm going with this, where I'm talking about basically getting hit on. Like, how do
Oh,
you handle that?
how do I handle getting hit on?
Yeah.
Um, I'm very friendly with people, and I don't want to embarrass anybody, but I'm very straightforward.
Yeah.
If there's things that people are asking me, like I don't Philip and Guido, cancer, long walks on the beach. Yeah, you know what? Tacos. Wait, you had me at tacos. That's all you gotta say. It's tacos. Um, there's nothing wrong with making a connection with people. So
Yeah.
I'm open to it. I'm okay with it. Um, but if there's some, I set the boundaries. I set the expectation, say like, hey, I'm not looking for anything, or
Yeah.
I'm just chilling or whatever, I'll say it. And the thing is, I'm pretty tough. I'm pretty strong about things like that, where I'll be like, no, no, and no. We are not doing that, or you need to chill. I don't have a problem with telling people like
Yeah.
back off, or you're being too much. So you know I sorry. I can have my own back, you know what I mean? So
Look, even
yeah,
even
it's
even
not too
even
bad.
your furry children's got your back.
I know. They're all playing. We're like, I think there's a dog next door that they're like, oh, friends.
So
But
so
it does happen a lot.
yeah, I'm sure
I,
it
I
does.
get a lot of that.
I'm sure it does. Yeah. Because the times when I get hit on, I just hit them back. So for now that things are opening up for you,
Hmm.
like just opening up, period. I know you said, even Vegas is calling you back. Like,
Hmm.
what's the next step for you, or what? what does the future hold for DJ360?
Future. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear
No,
my
I can
dog.
hear it. No, it's awesome. Don't even worry about it.
um, so I think that I want to really hone in on turntablism
Nice.
while I'm still DJing. Like, I still practice at it, but I think that I need to be very diligent. So I think I'm gonna be entering into, or not entering because I'm already there, but like really working on the turntablism
Nice.
aspect. Um, I'm working on, some production, some light production edits and things like that, which I do have and I play on my stream quite a bit and share with folks. Um, but on the other side of it is I'm going to take up playing guitar. So I'm going
Okay.
to keep it in music, but like, I'm going to get some guitar lessons and play just for the fun of it. But future in DJing, I don't know. I don't know how much longer this is going to last for me, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm riding this wave as long and as tough as I can,
Yeah.
like
Nice.
um the good thing about it is that I work out, I eat well, I take care of my skin, so I look young. I can fool people to thinking I'm younger, so I could still get booked. you know.
Well, I think also part of that's, it's in your genes, right?
Oh
Because
yeah,
you
my
guys are,
parents look great too.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah.
Um, Go
there's
ahead.
people that, no, there's people that, like, like they look older than, what they really are, right? And then there are those that are a little older, like they look half their age, right?
Right.
So people like you have that gift and the genes to that that longevity of looking a certain way for a
Mhm.
long, 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 long time. So
I'm gonna ride that wave as long as I can.
hey, do it.
So
I would too.
yeah. But like I said, my main focus really is my career.
Nice.
And so hopefully that takes me somewhere. But I'm out actually working on some new business ventures that may take a while to develop. That's a thing about me. Like I'm always thinking about that next thing and working
Nice.
on that next thing. So hopefully soon I'll be able to share with folks what that is. But the B side, yes, Disney food does make me younger for sure. Shout out to the B side. Like
Yeah.
he took me and Diva on a nice little trip to Disneyland. Um, was it Sunday on Sunday? No, Saturday. I think it was Saturday. And man, it was such a great time. Like I had such a good experience at Disneyland getting the VIP treatment from the B side. So, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Can I bring up a comment from a little bit earlier? And I don't
Yeah,
remember
please.
who it
Please.
was that said it. Um, Let me see if I could bring that up. It was about community. So, oh, the DJX says,
Oh,
excuse me, it's not about the technicalities, it's about the community and that DJ360 you do have. For real, like, I think that is the number one thing. Like, yeah, I think technicality is important for me as a DJ. I don't want to, Philip, I don't want to stay stagnant. I think that Twitch made me a better DJ.
yeah.
Like now I have really great mic skills. Like I can multitask. People like when people used to come up to me during gigs and talk to me, I would get like thrown off and then I'd miss my break or I'd.
Yeah.
Now like people could do that at gigs and it's like, oh yeah, no big deal because I know how
Yeah.
to read chat. I can queue up music. I can, look at my OBS. I can do this, that, and the other thing. But like, so I think technicality still is important, but the community really is the biggest thing. Like, it's crazy how how much our communities ride for us.
Yep.
Like,
I
Don,
agree.
you've got an amazing, like, crazy community,
Yeah.
and same with me. Like, that's one of the
Yes.
things that I strive to build is community
Yeah.
and having a safe place for us to be who we are.
Yeah.
Maybe it's different here in Wisdom Wednesdays or Don Famuina's channel is
Yeah.
different for mine too. We can
Yes.
talk about anything. Like, we could talk
Yes.
about a lot of spicy stuff. It's a
Right.
safe place. It's a
Yeah.
place for us to be and have fun,
Yeah.
and support each other. I've done
Amen.
fundraisers. We just man, I at NAM I spoke to somebody who was whose wife was an advocate for autism, and I shared with him how I just
Yeah.
did a raid fundraiser for autism. It's my second autism raid. Um, and we did Toys for all these fundraising,
Yeah.
streams. I am very much into philanthropy. Like, I love helping the community. We did something with Lava May Beats for Hope, um, where we were raising money for the community, Oakland,
Yeah.
Los Angeles,
Wow.
helping the homeless to have a shower, to like clean up,
Yeah.
and for their hygiene. It's like showers is and feeling clean
Yeah.
is a luxury. You know what I mean? And they're trying to provide that for the community, the homeless community. Um, Work with Zaldi for his efforts to feed the community there in Oakland as well.
Yeah.
That is important to me. I could stream, I could do all this, but it's like my community. They are there and they rock with me, and they rock with me when we're doing fundraisers to give back to the community. It's crazy. Like that, I think that's so important, and I can't stress that enough. Like, I'm there for my community, and
Yeah.
man, it makes me so, and I say this every stream. It makes me so happy to see you guys here rocking with me today,
It
and
really is.
seeing these names, whether I met you or not. Like, I know who you are. Like, I haven't met Michelle 805, but it's like I know who she is, like same with like Claudie Queen, like all these names
Yeah.
I know. May not have met you in person, but like you mean something to me.
Yes.
So, oh, DJ Thunder, good night. Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Right. Thunder. Have a great night, brother. We love you, man. You take care.
Bye.
And that's always been my advice. A lot of times when you got new DJs that are considering jumping on to start streaming on Twitch, right? And
Mhm,
usually they'll ask like, "Hey, so what's your advice?" And
mhm,
I always tell them this. I say, "Look, if the idea is to start and create and grow a community, here are some
mhm,
of the things that I would suggest, right? Because the mindset now is you're no longer just a DJ. You're just not up here and just playing music. Like you all of a sudden you
mhm.
become a story talk, like you talk story, you're there to you never know when you jump on and how it would affect somebody that's out there listening. They may not say anything in the chat, but they're listening. I mean, and I'm sure you've had this experience where people may have whispered you or someone you met in real life, like, "Hey,
Yes.
we were watching, my family and I were watching you, and then you said
Mhm,
something, and something came up,
mhm,
and I just wanted to thank you for saying that because it was something we needed to hear that
mhm,
day." Right? Like the responsibility we have as streamers, right, to our community and what we provide, and it's really not what we say, it's really how we say it, which
mhm.
is what I think matters the most,
Yep.
right?
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
And it has happened quite a bit. And it's, the first few times that it happened, it's just like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's wild. Like,
Crazy,
I
right?
helped somebody.
Yeah.
But you did hit the nail on the head when you said, responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, for most of us, like, especially if we care about our community, is to have that responsibility as a streamer. you know, and that is really, really important. I think that some people miss that sometimes. Oh shit, Don, we got DJ E Man in the
Yes.
building. What
Yeah.
up, DJ E Man? How are you? Shout out
Yeah.
to you. But like, I think that's where you could kind of tell certain streamers apart from others is when
I, yep.
you have that community or they feel, like, okay, so people come to your channel because they're like, oh, Styles Cartel is there, Nancy Nakamura is there, like, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
see my friends.
Yes.
The B-sides there, Philip Ambuito is there, I'm gonna get to see them. you know
Yes.
and I
Yep.
think that's what it is. It's just like I get to go into each of these rooms and hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel welcome every time I go to Don's channel.
Yeah.
I feel welcome every time I see the B side or BNS or, you know, um, it's crazy. Like, that's the community. It's like, or if I go to DJ
Yeah.
Remark's channel, it's like, I know I'm going to see these certain people. I'm going to see Lowfro. I'm going to see D-Light. I'm going to see
Right.
Turkey Clips,
Yep.
and we have all of these inside jokes together.
Yeah.
And that's what that's about. Like,
Yep.
it's like that's that party that happens every day or your escape. I feel like my
Yeah.
streams I like to think of as an escape for people, like
Yes.
where they're having a bad day, or I've had that a lot where they're like,
Yeah.
what, 360, I was having the worst day, but
Yeah.
man, you made me laugh. and,
Yeah.
and that is wild to me, because here's the thing, like, I don't care if you think I'm a good DJ or if I'm a bad DJ or if you think of me at all.
Yeah.
One of the things that like really geeks me out is when you tell me I can make you fucking laugh. Like,
Yeah.
it's on my like my description of about me. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm a DJ and I'm a comedian. I want to be your go-to comedian, the person that makes you laugh. Like, that's big for me. And you know what? That's like the biggest thing for me when I'm dating somebody. If you can make me laugh, whoa, like,
That's it.
it's over. Like,
Yeah.
if you can make me laugh, that is huge. Like, so yeah.
So humor is sexy.
It's very sexy. I can't even describe, like, maybe that's why Kim Kardashian is dating Pete.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Maybe.
the comedy is hella sexy to me. So but when you're corny, when you like tiptoe into the corny
Yeah.
realm, it's like, that's not funny. Like, you're just trying too hard. Um, oh,
So
but looks like we got a question.
yes. Yes.
Sorry.
So DJ
DJ
Rap
Rap
50.
50.
So I just
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. How do
Yeah.
I handle people that you don't know on Twitch who keeps asking you to stream on their channel? Okay. So are we going to get into Twitch etiquette now? Because I think this is a good segue into
Oh yeah,
Twitch etiquette.
absolutely. Do it. Let's head there.
That deserved a hard blink. So Don, you're a big streamer. I think that I am too. Like all most of us partners, we have
Yes.
a good following, a good community. It's not like we're super crazy, but listen, I'm gonna say this, and you can hate me for it, but I get hit up a lot of times. Hey, 360. So I'm doing this raid for my birthday, or for so and so, or for this and that. Can you be a part of this raid train? And I'm like, bruh, who are you again?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. What's your name? Like, I never
Yeah.
see you in my
Yeah.
stream.
They've
Like,
never
wait, you're
visited your
asking?
channel and you don't know who they are. They've never come, and then all of a sudden they're hitting you up. Yeah.
Yeah. I really want to do your raid train. Like, I don't even know who you are. Why are you asking me? So, number one, you should probably, if you have an interest in a streamer to be a part of any kind of raid train at all, at fucking all. Yes, sorry, I'm using my bad
No
words.
apologies necessary.
Do not ask a streamer if you are not a consumer of their channel. Do not expect a response. Like, sometimes I'm just like, no. And you know what? A lot of times they're asking you because you have the numbers
Yeah. That's all they're
and they
looking
want
at.
your numbers.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to line up other streamers behind you. I already know how this works.
Yeah.
They're like, here's the schedule. We're trying to put you here. These are the open spots.
No, here's the best part. Here's the best part is they'll ask you, and then wherever they put you, they're right after you.
They're right after. Yep, for
I'm
sure.
like, are you serious right now? Yeah.
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 I will say that I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know if I've ever seen you in my chat before, or or sometimes it's just like, nope, not available. Because really, why would I even entertain that if I don't even know who you are and you're not a consumer on my channel? Not even once have I seen
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And I think that is really bad etiquette. It puts us all in a bad position, because first of all, I got to tell you no.
Yeah.
And because why? You're going to get moted. It's like, why would I even stream for you if you
Yeah.
don't even come to my channel?
Absolutely.
You know? Um, and then some are really, really pushy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? No, I don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it turns me off from all of these raid trains, like, why do you even want me there? Like, I don't even see you. Like, maybe I've seen you once. The DJX. I'm
I just
sorry.
see it now. I feel targeted.
Do you feel attacked? If you feel attacked, maybe you might want to change your ways. You might want to change some things. But you know what? Hey, if it's somebody that I know, like freaking, Diva has asked me, Prodigy the Taskmaster has asked me, Beats for Hope has asked me, and I'm like, yeah, for sure. Let me know. Because you know what? I know they support me and I support them. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's like, look, when you're asking me, you definitely know it's because you need a name. You either need a name or you need the numbers. And bro, I'm not done with that. So,
DJX. See that? I made her laugh. Watch out now.
but you're married.
He married. That boy be married. His wife be beating his ass right now.
you know. Oh man.
But yeah, I totally agree with you. And then on the
Mhm.
flip side, so there's this one cat. He's always in my stream. He's a small streamer, really really good guy.
Mhm.
I jump into his channel when he's streaming, and maybe he has about average about maybe 10 people that are watching him. But I go in
Mhm.
and I support him because he supports me. Like he drops
Yep.
bits and subs, and then he just reached out to me. His girlfriend reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm thinking of doing a talk show, but I'd like for you to be one of my guests. Will you do it?" And of course, my answer is absolutely yes for you because you support me, and my intent is only to support you right back, right?
Yep.
Because I just like you, like these people, and I want to support them because they're
Mhm.
good people and they want to learn and they want to grow their community and they're learning and they're watching. Why not
Yep.
help them? Why not? So
Absolutely.
yeah,
No, it's, you know what? That one, like, say less. For real. Like, I don't
yeah,
numbers really isn't,
yeah,
to
yeah,
me, numbers mean nothing to me now. Like, I guess,
yeah,
um after you reach partner, come on, let's be honest. Like,
yeah,
you're like, oh, my numbers,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah. No, for
like,
sure.
I got the check,
For sure.
but I still try to uphold like
Oh,
the
absolutely.
quality. But
Absolutely.
it's like, oh, well, if I had, like, today I did a pop-up. It was like 45 minutes. Like, I had what, 70 people in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's probably my lowest stream, but I'm like, oh, fuck it. Like, people had a good time,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't matter. Like, um, but like with other streamers, man, I'll try to go, if you support me, like you rated me or whatever, I don't care what the numbers are. And a lot of times I will try to raid into a stream, like a smaller streamer, just to help people. Like, even going here or there, it's just like I want
Yeah.
people to know about
Yes.
other streamers, because it's like, come on, we need a, like, variety. Like, you go to the
Yeah.
same stream every day,
Yes.
you need something new. And then plus, like, some people are really trying, some people are really dope, like, have a great, like, stream, but a lot of people
Yeah.
don't know about them,
I
and
agree.
so I like to take the room over there. And anytime they need help, like I'm there. I like now that I've worked through a lot of these kinks on OBS and Twitch and shit like that, like I'm down to help people. I'm like, hey, let me help you with some stuff. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
because I could talk through some of that tech
Well,
with
look at so
people.
this is PB DJ Darren. I believe he's from the Bay Area, and
Uh-huh.
this is a very interesting comment. He said some of us don't mind being little fish. Don't know if I can handle big numbers, which is totally awesome too. Nothing wrong with that. I think for me, like, and I'm sure you totally can agree with this, sis, is that my whole intention, like once I became a partner, my only intent is to help others when they come reach out and to ask, and for me to help, those that are, you seek out, you ask for help, of course, to help grow your community. But I feel
Mm-hmm.
there's a responsibility as a Twitch
Mm-hmm.
partner to uphold, right, a certain status and the way
Mm-hmm.
you conduct yourself in terms of like how you do your channel and keeping that quality, but at the same time looking at other people and saying, hey man, how can I help you, or lady, sorry, I want to be right, I like, hey look, how can I help you guys out, right? Like you come
Hey,
over to
people
my
call me
channel.
bro all the time, so you could call me man, whatever.
It's for those that are sensitive, but again, I just feel that there's a sense of responsibility as a partner, to help others that, like, they're pushing, they're doing the best, and maybe just that little extra bump to kind of get there where they need to.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think that it's just for me is pay it forward.
yeah,
You know, it's just always a good thing to always put your best foot forward. Sometimes it could be a little. I could be a little mean. I could be a little bit too abrupt for some people, but hey, that's just me. So I
and
think helping others is great, and just widening people's circles
yeah,
here on Twitch. Because there's like I know it's crazy when I'll go raid into another room, and I know like some people haven't been there before, because I'll stay and I'll hear them get shouted out, or they're like, oh, thanks for the follow, and I know they're from my room,
yeah,
and then I'll continually see them in that streamer's room in the future. I
yeah,
freaking love that. Like
yes,
I feel like, wow, I helped make this other streamers circle and community grow because I
yes.
brought them there,
But but that's what
just
it's
like
all about, though.
Rocco's stream. Today we rated Rocco's,
Yeah.
and there were some folks that didn't know about him, and now they're following him. It's awesome. So,
Yes, and as much as we love to help others, just know, don't take us for suckers.
mhm.
We're
Oh,
not
for
gonna
damn sure.
right, we're not gonna do that for everybody, but
Hmm.
right, we're very selective in terms of who we want, because right, we know our community, we
Hmm.
know our community, and at the same time, there are those that, like what you said, their only intent is, I just want the numbers, I don't care who you are. I actually
Hmm.
had somebody come into my channel, and first time in the chat room, when that notification pops up, first time here in the chat room, and their very second line, they say hello, and then the very second comment is, hey, you guys follow me, I'm streaming tomorrow. So
Oh, never do that. I mean, I'm surprised. Like, we've been talking about that as bad etiquette for 2 years now, and people are still doing that. I mean, there's a whole new wave of Twitch streamers. Oh, shoot, we're almost gonna have another hype train. Shelly's like, whoa, with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 500
hey,
bits.
thank you,
Thank you for that
Shelly.
500.
Kaupena, how are you? All from Maui.
Look at that. You guys kicked off a hype train. That's what I'm talking about. Don, how's our sound? Can y'all hear Don? Okay. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we can hear Don right now. So I'm just going to go ahead, flirt. I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah, see what's going on over there? Like your
Can you hear me
mic was
now?
a little bit hot. I can
Okay,
hear you now.
you can hear
I
me
was
now.
about to
Okay,
take over we're at a level 2 hype train,
are
ladies and
we?
gentlemen, at 6%. Um,
We're at level
um,
2. Okay.
level 2. Don, also your mic was hot a little bit earlier, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
I
Can you
can
hear
hear
me?
you now.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just looking at the chat. Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, you guys, level 6, let's push this train along, folks. Help your streamer, tip your streamer.
Take over. They're telling you to take over.
I'll take over for you while you
I
fix
think
the mic. Um, but let's see, y'all, we got 3 minutes left. We're at 6%.
oh, Mike's good now.
So
Okay. Okay, thank you guys. See, but this is what I'm talking about, right? The community will tell you when something is not on it. They'll tell you, and there's something, right? When it's kind of out of the norm, they will let you know. That's the
yes,
right. So
for
that's
sure.
the
Oh,
crazy part, right? Dijon mustard with the gifted Shelly. What the heck, Shelly?
Shelly, woo, with the 5-piece and a biscuit. Let's
Shelly.
go.
Notorious Zot. Thank you, Jugs. Thank
Oh
you
my
so much,
God, Notorious
Jugs.
Zod is here.
Notorious
Hi.
Zot. What up, E-Man? Thank you with the Power 106 bits.
Ooh,
E-Man,
Power
thank you.
106. You're in the mix with DJ E-Man on Power
DJ
106.
E-Man. I don't know I don't
I
know who
can't
does
get
that.
that deep.
Yeah. Whew.
I mean, I can, but in other ways. Sorry. I know we're not doing that today.
Whew. Whew.
DJ E-Man, you need more female DJs on your channel, on your shows, on your stations. I think you got too many males, too much.
Tell them, sis. Too many
Y'all
testosterone there.
need some like new people on your station. Just saying. But
Okay,
what do I know?
So real quick, you'll be in Hawaii in less than 30 days. Well, a little over 30 days. You'll be in Hawaii.
I am.
We're super
I am
excited to
working
have you.
on my Hawaii body too, by the way.
Are you staying the same place where you stayed the last time when you came?
I don't know yet. I'm still
Okay.
trying to sort that out.
Nice.
Victoria mac and cheese with the stack. Wow.
Thank you, Victoria. Mahalo for the 1,000 bits of aloha. What?
That's awesome.
What?
Victoria.
Yeah,
Good
so
looking out.
So this Hawaii Twitch meetup.
Yes.
So there's a foodie tour that we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna go around the island. So we are confirming we're getting a tour bus. I think it's like a 56 passenger tour bus. Which, by the way, ladies, you're welcome. There's a bathroom on that tour bus. So
oh, thank you. Because I drink a lot of water and I pee a lot.
You're welcome. Must have AC. So yes. So
we'll have yes, that. Sir. Yes, sir. That's important. Mm-hmm.
So we'll have that, and then we're gonna go and sing karaoke that night. My friend's bar is gonna shut down the whole place just for us.
Oh, you guys are not ready for my karaoke voice. You are not. You are not ready. Let me tell you.
So yes. So E-Man, foodie tour, E-Man. We're doing it. We're doing an island.
E-Man, are you and your wife coming?
They are. E-Man's coming.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so fun, DJ E-Man. Oh man, coming. What a treat! That's
Diva
gonna be dope.
9 to 9's making her way down. We're gonna have her sing
Diva,
last.
Yes.
We'll have her sing like the last half hour.
I did not realize like how big this Twitch thing is gonna be out there in Hawaii. I am so excited.
Yeah. Last time I think the mods updated the count. I think we were like a little over 50 people.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Crazy.
Oh my God, E-Man, that's gonna be great. Oh, and the kids are coming too. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. I can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah, super exciting. And then Sunday we're having the Real Ones Hawaii, right? Mm-hmm. So Prop and Promote's coming down, and it's actually going to be at this restaurant bar called Beach House, and it's right at Aloha Tower, so right on the pier. Very, very
Oh
nice.
man, that's
Dope
gonna be
place.
dope.
Yeah, yeah. So
Nancy Nakamura with the 500. Thank you
Nancy,
so
thank you,
much,
Nancy. Yes.
Nancy.
And then Monday we're doing a beach day where we're gonna barbecue and have food, and we're gonna stream all day. So we'll have a rig at the bar, at the beach, and we'll just whoever wants to jump on, they'll go do their thing. Yeah.
Oh, so it's gonna be like open turntables.
Open turntables. Yep. Open tables. How's
Word.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Nancy with the
that's
100
gonna be
closing
sick.
out. Thank you. Yeah. And Dijon Mustard, thank you
Wow.
for the gifted sub.
Oh, you
Thank you
guys killed
guys.
it. Level 4 complete. Let's go. One more level to go. You got oh shoot.
Yeah, man.
17%. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left. Let's go.
So
Oh my goodness.
this is what I meant to ask you. How did so it's fun when you go into different channels, and there's of course channel redemptions, and people take on different personalities.
Uh-huh.
And so you have one specific that's very, very popular in the Twitch community. So if you could share with us who she is, how did that concept come up? And yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, you have to jump on her channel and experience this. So maybe if you can kind of like, how did you come up with the concept?
Okay, so I save all of my streams. They're all on Dropbox. So ever since. So it happened in 2020. Yeah, 2020. Um, there's a lot of drinking that happens on Twitch. Um, and in fact, I think that I built my tolerance to a crazy level on Twitch. So it was a drunken night. Um, and like I said, I would like to see myself as your go-to
Yes.
comedian on Twitch.
Yes.
So we were having a great time, and I was engaging very heavy with the chat. And then somebody, I think they came in and they're like, "What did we walk into?" or whatever it was. And then my Tita accent came out, and people were like, what the fuck?" Like, 'cause they're like, okay, the way she like my aesthetic, right? Like I was
Yes.
all
Oh.
fixed up, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, "I'll tell you what did you walk into here. This is my channel. God damn it. I'm not going to have to tell you twice." And then people were just like,
Oh
"Okay,
my
I'm dead."
gosh.
Like I didn't even know like she could even speak. Like a lot of people at some point don't even know what my nationality is for the most part. Oh my god, 5. Oh my god, sorry. My dog just knocked over my freaking laptop. Um so I just started talking, and then I started roasting people in chat. And I was like, "Oh, cuz if you guys know Zaldi, I was like, "Oh, is
Yes.
this salty? Salty, how come what is that, like salty nuts? What is that? And how come there's two e's at the end?" I was just like, and I was like, "Oh, DJ Style, he's cheering 10 bits, another 10 bits, and then another 10 bits. How come you just don't do 30 bits? That's stupid."
And you know what is my favorite part about that? Like, you sound like my best friend's mom. That is totally her. She, like,
You
love it.
know, it's funny because I can't speak Tagalog.
That's
I
hilarious.
barely understand it. But the thing is, like, I've been doing that voice since ever since, and it's actually that voice is actually my uncle Romy. My uncle Romy is the inspire for that voices. Also, I was inspired from my mom. My mom is speak like that, and she's sometimes she's a bitch, and that's how I learn it from. I learn it from her. She's
Oh my gosh.
you know she's teaching me. She teach me.
See, that's you.
I say, God damn, she's a good teacher.
So wait. So pause. Stay right there. Stay right there. So part of the inspiration came from you because on my channel I have this one character, and his name is DJ Oos.
Oh
Huge,
my God. Who?
huge ass afro, comes in with the shade.
What? He's a
It's a teacher Oos. He don't have a girlfriend, but he looking for a girlfriend.
wow. I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, I don't understand you too, girl, but you look like you can kind of get it on with me. What?
What the hell?
What the hell? Where you from? Are you from overseas? I sees you. I sees you, and I want to dot you. Can I dot
You want
you?
to touch me?
Yeah, I dot
But
you.
make sure that you touch me in the morning.
I dot you in the morning, in the
In
evening,
the,
in the
in the
daytime, in the
evening.
sunshine, in the suntown, and the sun up. I dot you everything.
Wow, that's a lot of
Everything. I gonna dot you.
touching.
I
That's a
touch
lot
up,
of touching.
I touch up, and I touch down. What?
Oh, do you lick me up and down too? That one, like
Oh,
that song,
I lick everybody. I
until
lick
I say
everything.
stop.
I leak everything. You tell me I leak it. What?
Oh, wow, wow! I don't believe. Yeah, so pretty much ever
Yes.
since then,
Yeah.
it like tripped people out. Like how they're like, oh my god, you sound just like my mom. Or it's funny because there'll be like people on the East Coast are like, yeah, I walked into this restaurant and then I heard somebody and I was like, I swear to God, I thought it was you. I turned around, it was some Filipina lady working behind the counter.
It's art imitating life. Really, that's all it is. You're just going off of your experience of what you've seen and what you've, right? That's really all it is. That's this right here. But that's what makes it so entertaining, though. That's what makes it so entertaining.
I agree. I agree. Um, but I think that's the fun of it. Like
Yes.
with Twitch, it's like, some people do it for music. They're just incredible like
Yeah.
musicians. And for me, I'm really looking into the entertainment aspect. There's some streamers that are really, really good at it, like,
Yes. Yes.
I just started to scratch the surface of like really producing my own show. Like it's crazy because that's what we're really doing. We're producing our own shows.
You
We're
really are.
controlling the visuals, timelines, just all of that. And it's allowing us to flex our creativity and really show our personalities.
Big time.
Before this, a lot of people I know I was kind of put into that bucket of like, oh yeah, she looks stuck up, or she thinks she's too good for people, or she's too above or whatever, even though I'd like to be below also. But um
You like
it's
a like
it's
an
like my
above job and a below job. Carry on.
you know no pause. But people really got to see my personality and like learn more about me. And I've had a few times where I got really emotional on stream. Like
Yeah.
I've cried maybe once or twice on stream. But most of the time, it's like I'm really there to entertain. And that's really what this is, like beyond being a DJ. You've really got to embrace being an entertainer. And I think
Yes.
that's what sets apart some streamers from others,
Absolutely.
is that entertainment value.
Yes.
Aside from the community, because that's what really helps build that, and what brings people
Yeah.
in and keeps people um, coming back and and
Yep.
and joining in on, or hitting that notification bell, like,
Yeah.
like you want to see that growth happen. You don't want to, because some streamers I've noticed are kind of, unless they get a raid, like they can't really hold the room by themselves. Like they have, they don't, I mean, not like numbers count, but I'm saying that they, like, their numbers kind of plateaued, like they kind of stay within this one range
Yeah. Well,
where,
and then they complain why they don't have more people watching, because you keep doing the same thing
precisely.
over and over, right? It's
Yes.
it's the definition of insanity. But if the idea is you want to grow your community, then look at those that actually do things a little bit different, and maybe if you have to mimic them, by all means, go ahead and copy. If the idea is
Mhm.
to grow your community, right? I
Right.
mean, it's the constant getting better and getting better, right? Like I'm sure just like you, and you're a great example. Because when I ask you what's the next step, you're like, I'm still learning. I'm not there
Mhm.
yet. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to hone my craft. Trying to see what's better,
Mhm.
what I can provide for my community, and what's best for me, and how I can provide for the girls and for my family, and that's what it's really all about. There was this.
Mhm.
I remember when I first jumped on Twitch. There was this one streamer. He would have a few people there, but he wouldn't talk to anybody until the moment either somebody big jumped into his channel, or he would get a raid. Then he would talk, and then he would disappear, and then he would come back, and then he would disappear.
Mhm.
I'm like, interesting. Okay,
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a one thing I'm still trying to get better at, and I think today I practiced that during my stream. But like, if you're not acknowledging people in chat,
yeah,
because my chat moves really fast.
yes, yes, it
Usually, like
does.
regardless of how many people are in the room,
Yeah,
it moves really fast. So I will miss people, and I dance around and do this and that, and like I mess around a lot. So I will miss people. Um, but like if you're getting a raid and you don't acknowledge them, if you don't acknowledge the people in their room, if
yeah,
you're getting tagged and you're not acknowledging them, that's a big no-no. I but the thing is, like, a lot of times you will miss people. I mean, we're not going to see everybody, especially if
it's a
the chat
given.
moves
Yeah,
fast.
that's why you. God bless your mods. That's what they're there for.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And but the thing is, even if the mods acknowledge you, they still want to hear
Hear
you
it from
say
you.
it.
Yes.
And that's why it's really like I feel bad, and sometimes I'll whisper and say, "Hey, I saw you in chat. I'm sorry I missed you." But,
Yeah, I do
you
that
know,
too. Yeah.
I can't get to everybody, but sometimes like there's some people that like I'll watch my own playback. It's not a vanity thing. It's like, okay, am I doing good? Like, are my levels fine, or like am I
Yeah.
did I mix in and out of that really bad, or could I have done anything better?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm in there just to watch chat and see what's happening, because a lot of that stuff I am missing it.
Yeah.
And sometimes there'll be people like, for example, someone redeemed a channel point that's automated. So I
Yeah.
automate a lot of my channel points, so I don't
Hmm.
have to like use my stream deck and
Yeah.
this and that. And So I thought it was BNS. If BNS is still in here, I thought it was BNS. And I was like, hey, you guys thank BNS. But then all the while, Diva was in chat. Yes, Jenny, I hardly ever miss you. But like, Diva was like, no, that was me. It was me. And she probably said it like 10 times. And when I
Yeah.
watched the playback, she's like, oh, sis, it wasn't BNS. And even BNS was in there saying, no, it wasn't me, but okay. And Diva, I was just like, shit, I didn't even see any of that. Like, I
Yeah.
kept telling people to thank um
Yeah.
BNS for this, and it was I think it was the John Mayer redemption that like we used to make fun of DJ Remark and the
Remark. Yeah.
pillows.
Yes.
Um
Yeah.
and so I was like, oh my God, what a fucking dick. Like, I totally didn't even see anything that
Yeah.
she wrote, but and she said it like 10 times. How did I miss that 10
Yeah.
times?
Yeah.
Like, I'm such a fucking dick. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
I've done.
Sorry,
I've
Diva. Like,
done that before. Yeah.
but and the thing is, like, with, and I think PB,
DJ Darren.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know, see, she's saying she's cracking up because she's like, God, this bitch, like, she can't even, like, I've said this like 20 million times and she still can't see this shit. Like, when you do, like, having a smaller room, the luxury of that is that you can pay more attention to your room and what's
Yeah.
going on in chat. But when you have, like, because, like, I think that day, like, we were over 100 something.
Yeah.
It was a pretty full room. So with most of those people chatting, it's tough. So
Yeah.
yeah, like, it is a skill. That is another skill that you've got to get better at. And so, for what I've got to do is, like, maybe I don't dance around too much. Because that's the thing. Like, I'm a dancer. I love music. So when I'm feeling the music, I'm dancing. So
Yes.
I sometimes it's hard to miss that stuff. And so today, what I said to myself, I was like, I'm gonna take it easy, and I'm just gonna look at chat, and I'm just gonna queue up my music, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how well I could do that. But yeah, it's a lot of the acknowledgement. And if you've been in my room and I didn't acknowledge you, I really apologize. But that's really what's going on. Like, I try my best to, and hopefully my mods do catch you. But I mean, I know that even for me, like when somebody, like when I raided a room and I never got acknowledged for the raid, it's just like, whoa. And you know what I
Yeah.
do? I leave.
Yeah.
I leave because it's like, you didn't even acknowledge me. You didn't even thank my room for
Yeah.
being there, And like my room is going nuts with the, raid
Yeah.
messages, and
Yes.
still
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
So
I
that's a
remember
big deal.
I remember raiding into this one guy, and he only shouted out DJs and people he knew. That's all he did,
It's
right?
easy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so I thought it was very interesting. And then he goes on, he says, like, shout out to so and so. My name is DJ, whatever it is. And I've been
Hmm.
DJing for, I've got 15 years experience, which leads me to this comment. And I said, huh, interesting. Do you really have 15 years experience, or do you have 1 year of experience doing the same shit 15 years in a row? Because there's a significant difference. Just because you have the
Okay,
experience doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it right.
that is true. That's a very good comment. I will say, in my experience, I've been DJing since 1992. And I don't think that I even became a good DJ until, or even remotely close to being a good enough DJ,
Yeah.
maybe in 2019. I think that I was not, I mean, there's so many things that I could have learned earlier on that I may not have really put myself into, like scratching and, you know, trick mixing and stuff like that, which
Sure.
I'm not completely great at, but I can do it.
Hmm.
Um, and especially multitasking while DJing, or even the way that you play music. It's
Hmm.
crazy because a lot of us DJs, you go into one room and another. You know, 7 times out of 10, you're hearing the same music as you're hearing
Yes.
in other.
Yes.
Everybody's playing the same music,
Yes.
and maybe 9 times out of 10, if they've got a theme day, they're probably playing the same music as the week before.
For
You
sure.
know, but what sets you apart as a DJ is how you're presenting the music, which is so. Here's a thing that I learned in 2019. This is very important. So all
Yeah.
newer DJs or whatever, or if you're a DJ and you're not aware of it,
Yeah.
you should probably be aware of it. Here's the one word that I'm going to give to you that you all need to pay attention to. Programming. Programming is so freaking important. Why? You can mix shit, BPMs all day long, and you'll be fine. But if your
Yeah.
programming fucking sucks, that's
Yeah.
what's going to get you the job or not. Here's
Yep.
the thing. In Vegas, I got much better at programming. I was told your programming is important. And what does
Yep.
that mean?
Hmm.
It's not, oh, okay, I'm mixing, I'm here, I'm playing what the GM told me. This is what the GM has me playing, and I'm playing by BPMs, but it's like, if these BPMs don't all match energy, you got to be really good at your programming, because you're leading, depending on what you, if you're doing a mobile gig, if you're doing a club, if you're playing for Twitch, even on Twitch it matters. If you're
Yes, it does.
programming, if you're going from a high energy 95 BPM to a mellow 95 BPM, that's a big deal.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when you go into one person's room and another person's room, 9 times out of 10, you're going to hear the same songs, but it's how the DJ is playing it, how they're spinning it, how they're, you know, making that record work and going from one to another, and their programming is good. That's a big deal. That kind of tells me like your level of DJing.
Yeah.
Like to me, like that's you know,
Yeah.
DJs, when you listen to other DJs, if you're a DJ, you kind of have the ear for it.
Yeah.
And so if you're listening to somebody and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
and we're not always on point. Some days we're just like, I'm just gonna play and I'm just gonna play.
Yeah.
But when you're in a like if it's a paid gig or something where, like where a GM is having you do something, or it depends on if you're gonna be asked back. It's 9 times out of 10, it's your showmanship, it's your programming. And if you're in Vegas, it's your aesthetic.
Yeah.
It depends. So,
Yeah. Which
so
brings
yeah.
me back, which brings me to my point where I said earlier about talking, right? So programming,
Mhm,
exactly like what you said, it's not what you're playing, it's how you're playing it. That
mhm.
makes the world of a difference.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely. Like you could tell like if a DJ is seasoned by their programming or not. Same with party rocking. Like you could play at a club, you can
Yeah.
play if you're playing, oh yeah, let's just play like, 2000s or whatever. Father Damien, what's up? Good to see you.
Shout out to the holiest DJ on Twitch.
Oh man, peace be with you, my brother.
So let me ask you this, since Father Damien's here. Like you're vibing, you're doing your thing, and then Father Damien pops into your chat. Do you for a second think like, oh, I think I may have to kind of just maybe think a little bit as to maybe what I'll say, because now that Father Damien's here.
No, peace be with you, Father Damien.
I
But
love it.
no, he actually came into my room, and the first thing I said was, Jesus emotes in chat for Father Damien. And then I went into, why are they changing all of the responses in church? I haven't been in church since forever, and I go to church and I'm like, peace be with you. And then now it's like, oh, and also with you, like freaking Jedi shit. But now it's like, and with your spirit. What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry, Father Damien, for cursing, but what the fuck?
I
See,
love
that's
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's like I know, okay, Father Damien, so I'm gonna play off of that because I'm
Yeah,
still gonna be who I am.
for sure.
I got a potty mouth.
For sure.
I'm very spicy,
Yeah,
and I kind of play off of it because it's funny. Unless
it
Father
is.
Damien's like, my child, you're going to burn in hell. It's like, oh, well, shit. I thought I already did. I'm just back from war. I don't know. Like, unless he's like, okay, that's not funny. If somebody says, hey, for real, that's not funny,
Yeah.
that's when the joke ends. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Father Damien hasn't said anything to me yet.
But
So,
Father Damien is that kind of person that he's so dope. He's so laid back, right? Like he understands, like, hey, look, do you know, do you? But then, like, seriously, after you stream, come and see me in confession. Just,
I was like, oh, shoot, I might have to say like 10 Hail Marys. But wait a second, they might have changed the wording on that too. And then he tried to tell me, oh, it's close to the Latin version. I was like, well, what the fuck, man? They didn't send me the memo when I went back to church. I'm saying the wrong shit.
oh my gosh.
It's been that long since I've been to church. And now I'm like, shoot, I need to go practice on YouTube with the YouTube church so I could get all the responses right.
YouTube church.
So I don't look like a fool when I'm in real church.
Look, I'm gonna go look up YouTube church right after we're done with this stream.
You know what I mean? Like the whole like I confess to the Almighty God and to you, my brothers and sisters, that I've sinned through my own fault. Wait, shit, I got it wrong. I was like, they changed the words, fuck. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to catch up, and so I start mouthing the wrong fucking shit because I'm fucking scrambled in my head because they fucked me up with the new words.
Jazzy Jep, welcome. Mahalo for the follow. Welcome to the Twitch YouTube church. Featuring the
No, but for
newest
real,
pastor. Yeah, for real,
But for
for
real
real.
though, like I did do YouTube church during quarantine because I was like, I had to find Jesus. I had to find Jesus again. After my meltdown, I was like, okay, I need to go get back to church. So the Christian Catholic Church or something like that, they have a YouTube channel, and they were doing every Sunday, all the holidays, and I was religiously like literally going to church on YouTube every week, which actually saved me. As potty mouth as I am, I know DJ
Be
Mix.
a
I'm
mix.
telling you, I'm telling you. But yeah. So I was doing that. I actually was. So it's a joke and it's not. But I did
Yeah,
that religiously for like the whole quarantine. It's pretty impressive, you guys.
pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Hmm.
So, final question: favorite quotes? Any words to live by? You know, some wisdom that maybe you want to impart with the chat room. What would it be for you?
Um, so if you're asking about a quote, um, it's my DJ name. It's the reason why, like the meaning behind my DJ name. So, and you've seen it on my merch. Um, So my quote is, "What goes around comes back around again." You guys hear that in the beginning of my streams, which is why I always lead with opening my stream with the Grand Puba 360, which is also one of the records that helped me with, settling on my DJ name. And that's what 360 is. It's really about karma. So, you know, just as it says, what goes around comes back around again.
Love it.
So you do unto others, put the good out there. That good will come back to you, and the same with, if you do bad, if you try to be hurtful, whatever that is, that you put out there, it would return to you. So that's what I'm trying to live by. Be good to people, and I've said this on my stream before. It's like, be good to yourself and be good to people that you love and people around you. you know so and that's like, some people are like, oh, you don't really think about it until I tell you, but that's what 360 means. And that's why I proudly, you know wear this name. Like, I live this name, I wear it. That's who I am. Like, if I'm gonna go off and do some dirty shit, I better expect that that dirty shit will come back to me, probably tenfold.
Yeah,
So, gotta be with, be down with being good, and be okay if you do something bad, that it will return. So,
that is a great awareness.
hmm,
Like that. That's
for
just
sure.
beautiful. And talking about right, looking at your inner self. One of my favorite quotes goes something like this: out of all the relationships that shape us, the most significant is the one we have within ourselves.
Oh God, that's for sure. Like, hands down, that's amazing quote.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I love that.
Well, I love you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Like it's 2 hours already, sis. Do you see how fast that went?
It went by so fast.
Like super, super fast. Yeah.
Um, Mr. Ohio, my Twitch name is DJ360. If you're looking for me,
Yeah. It's right
um,
there.
I
Yeah.
you know what? Like, I feel like, Dawn, we could talk for
No
hours
kidding.
and hours,
Yeah.
and with everybody, you guys, like, we held steady, like,
Yeah.
these numbers tonight, and that has been amazing. Like, seeing Gout Cloud, holy moly, like,
Yeah. What up, Gout Cloud, brother?
and I'm not just saying this just to say it, but like, seeing all of your guys' names here
For
really,
sure.
really makes me happy. Like, and I feel really blessed to be connected with you guys, even if it's through Twitch. those that I know in person or that I have yet to meet. Like these opportunities are really amazing for connecting, and I'm all about that. So I thank each and every one of you guys. I see your name scrolling. If I haven't addressed you, I apologize because we've been talking, but I do see you and I do appreciate you. DJ Rose, oh my
Yes,
goodness.
we
How are
love
you,
Rose.
sister? Cool Raul
Yes,
is here.
cool
But I get
Raul.
that feeling like it's the same as when I first started. What I shared with you guys about that meltdown
Yeah,
and having you guys thinking that the DJs saved you guys, but you guys really saved me. Um, I look at all of your names and it's just like I don't forget it. Yeah, I may not say it right. I'm really good at saying your names wrong, but at least I know your names, and I'm very grateful for all of you guys and for those who support Don's channel, my channel, and each other
yes,
here in this room. So I really
absolutely.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you. So, when are you streaming next, sis?
I'm streaming tomorrow at 4 p.m. Maybe a little bit earlier, but around 4 o'clock. Usually, if you follow me on my Instagram, I will let people know um, when I'm streaming. But yes, I'll
Nice,
be on tomorrow for 360 Thursdays.
nice, beautiful.
Mhm.
You said about maybe not saying people's names right.
Mhm.
I would contest that because I know you're not a Kova, and you're definitely not Icy Ice when it comes to butchering names.
Oh, you haven't seen me enough. I have
Because
butchered names pretty bad, and I've butchered them for like a whole year until I realized, oh shit, I've been saying your name wrong this whole time.
because those two guys, oh my gosh.
Hey, you know what? We could be good at other things. Maybe the
That's
names,
right.
not so much.
That's right. And it's okay. And it's okay, right? And so speaking of Icy Ice, we're gonna raid into his channel. He's celebrating
Yes.
his 22,000 follower. So we're gonna raid over there.
Awesome.
Again, 360. I love you, sis. Thank you so so much. Can't
Love
wait
you,
to see you
Don.
in a month. Give you a big hug. Please send my aloha to the girls. Let them know Uncle Teddy Bear says hello.
Uncle Teddy Bear.
And to the rest of the chat here, thank you for your support to our sister 360 and for just being here. We appreciate all of you. Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. We'll catch you on Icy Icy's side. We love you guys so much.
Yes,
We'll see
thank
you.
you guys so much. Love you
And
guys.
and we just rated out